Hey everybody, welcome to Raising Vibrations. So in this video I want to talk to you about something a little bit controversial. Just because you know a lot about astrology doesn't mean that you're a good astrologer. And that what actually defines being a good astrologer is the ability to intuitively feel the energies. So I think that this process of learning lots of information and memorizing astrology concepts and then putting them out, I feel like it's becoming outdated. I feel that we're entering an era where the process of somatic learning is what gives us the key to being able to master the art of reading an astrology chart. And this has been my experience when I've been, tutoring and mentoring people in evolutionary astrology. What I see a lot is people wanting to feel that they have a sense of confidence and the ability to understand an astrology chart and to have that and to trust their intuition. But they don't do that because this whole entire process of learning lots and lots of information leaves them at a disconnect. So being able to actually read an astrology chart, being able to look at it and say, hey, this is what I see that's happening for the soul. This is how I can relate to you and really kind of give you something empowering. You need to be able to have an actual sort of emotional experience, an emotional connection. You need to be able to process the astrology archetypes through a somatic experience, or somatic learning experience. And this is about coming into the body. So, like I said, there's lots of information out there that you can gather, right? You can watch YouTube videos, you can read articles online, you can study different types of people with different perspectives, but it ultimately becomes oversaturating. And then what happens is, just like I experience when I'm teaching my students or mentoring somebody, is that we bring all of that to the astrology chart and to the reading, and it takes up space. And now what you're doing is you're siphoning through information and you're trying to really kind of bring the magic of a powerful reading, but it's just saturated with information and you're second guessing yourself. Like, how many of you have looked at an upcoming transit or try to understand a natal placement in your chart? And you go online, you start reading some stuff, and you can say, let's take like three different sources. Right? What happens if they give you three different perspectives on it? You're sitting with really genuinely curious to understand what's going on in your chart or this upcoming transit, but you're left with more confusion a lot of the time. And there's a disconnect between your actual direct experience of what you could be going through that's related to your personal astrology chart and what information on that out there has given. You've lost your individual connection to that process and you're more confused. You don't trust your intuition. And again, when you're reading an astrology chart, how do you have that sense of clarity? You leave yourself being more confused, more, again, like I said, not trusting your intuition, not really knowing what that's about, and just going on more of a search to gather information. It becomes more definition heavy. And we're losing the opportunity to come into a direct experience, to have a direct experience, to have a direct knowing of what's happening. And then when you have that, you actually directly relate to your chart. Because we each have an individual story that we're living through. And we're missing the opportunity to connect to that piece. And that's something that when we come into a direct knowing, we come into a direct experience, when you're feeling the archetypes through a somatic learning process, it changes it. You're more present. It's slowed down. You're more connected with your chart. So this is something that I feel is really bubbling up within the collective at the moment. I think there's a huge opportunity to be able to shift into a perspective of understanding and experiencing astrology somatically and doing it through a somatic learning process, which is coming into the feeling experience. We've got the definitions, but what does it feel like for you and connect with that for you? So this is something that I think, again, there's a huge potential for us to be able to really connect with our astrology charts, to have clarity, to be able to trust our intuition. Like, this is the key. We don't trust our intuition. People are reading charts and they can't trust their intuition. They don't have it. They're second guessing and bringing all the information saying, is it like this or like that? So to have clarity, to be able to trust your intuition, you need to be able to have a direct experience of something. You need to emotionally experience it for yourself and connect with that. So what I'm going to actually do in another video is I'm going to show you what the first step is that you need to take and implement to be able to understand an astrology chart from an intuitive perspective. I'm really excited for that, because what it will do is, like I said, give you that opportunity to really start seeing how reading a chart and seeing and feeling intuitive clarity, what it actually feels like. So that's another video that I'm going to be doing. It's going to be coming up super soon, so make sure that you are watching the YouTube space. And I've got some exciting news. I've been wanting to share this for a long time. Very, very soon, I'm going to be opening up spaces to the Evolutionary Astrology Immersion course. And what I'm going to be doing there is taking a handful of people, and I'm going to teach you this process. I'm going to show you exactly how you can go about learning to somatically learn the process of astrology. I think this is a profound thing, so I'm really excited for that. If you are one of the people that is serious about this type of work and this is interesting to you, I've actually created a early bird waitlist, because we, as you know, with our courses, we limit the spaces so we can develop high quality. So if you want to get early access to that, down below in the description and comment section is the link to the early bird waitlist. All you need to do is just put your name on the early bird waitlist, and we'll send out a link to you the day before we actually tell the public about this, so you can register for that, okay? All right, so don't forget to check out video number two in this series, where, like I said, I'm going to show you what the first step is that you need to take and implement to be able to start feeling and experiencing and knowing the chart intuitively and to be able to read it with clarity. So until that video, thanks very much, guys. Bye.